India has taken a major step by banning carbon credits export to meet its climate goal. In order to understand the reason behind this major step, let's first dive into the concept of carbon credit. What is carbon credit? A carbon credit is a certificate that represents 1 ton of carbon dioxide removed from the atmosphere by an emission reduction project. In simple words, we can say that if we emit 1 ton of CO2 gas or other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, then we have to invest in those projects which will eventually help in reducing 1 ton of CO2 or other GHG from the atmosphere. The main goal for the creation of carbon credits is the reduction of emissions of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases from industrial activities to reduce the effects of global warming. It can be used by governments, industry, or private individuals to compensate for the emissions they generate elsewhere. Governments or regulatory authorities set caps on greenhouse gas emissions. For some companies, the immediate reduction of emissions is not economically viable. Therefore, they can purchase carbon credits to comply with the emission cap. The concept of carbon credits emerged during the Kyoto Protocol discussions. Later in 2001 in Germany, 191 countries ratified the protocol, including Japan, Australia, Canada, and France. Among other issues, the protocol mandated that 37 industrialized nations plus the EU cut down their emissions. How do carbon credits work? Carbon credits are based on the cap and trade model that was used to reduce sulfur pollution in the 1990s. Carbon credits create a monetary incentive for companies to reduce their carbon emissions. Those that cannot easily reduce emissions can still operate, at a higher financial cost. Carbon credits are bought, on a voluntary basis, by any country or company interested in lowering its carbon footprint. The value of carbon credits varies according to market conditions, which are driven by supply and demand. Emissions become an internal cost of doing business and are visible on the balance sheet alongside raw materials and other liabilities or assets. Millions of individuals buy them to offset the CO2 emissions of various activities, such as renting a car or flying. Reason behind the growth of carbon credit markets. Today, businesses increasingly understand climate nuances and the need for urgent climate action. This has resulted in exponential growth of the global carbon credit market. Carbon markets have been successful in controlling GHG emissions by enabling their trading to achieve emission limits. This video was an overview of the concept of carbon credits. To get more information on why India has planned to ban carbon credits, watch our next on this topic. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.